It ain't nothing that's popping or trending over there. But Tasha K. This man got a whole platform with black content. Rarely white folks that look like him. But I ain't never seen one donation he's giving back to the black community. But you steady mad. I ain't saying nothing about you. It's been weeks when everybody has been saying that Vladimir seems to be the feds. I had to put two and two together. I watched this interview and I was like, these questions that he asked are very, very specific. It was an interview I saw with Lil Baby, and Lil Baby had got into a fight with a white boy, and Lil Baby had no idea as to how Vlad got that information. The only time this man get views is when there's a funeral on his channel. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. Truth. Since you want to call me a liar, I'm hitting you with that truth, Vlad. Truth is, you're Russian. Truth is, I ain't seen your black wife, so right now that's a legend.
His black wife. Yeah, you're not going to see his black wife because she's not. Anyway, she don't look black to me. I don't know why people are saying that. But I digress. And so, as you guys can hear, Tasha K is kind of going at VLAD TV over him, discussing her. And one of her recent videos where she was calling him out after a young rapper sat down with him, I think within a week, the young guy was deceased. And I don't really know if something he was talking about during this interview was the reason or not. I think some people, but you never know with the commentary that's here on YouTube what's true or what's not. But I think some people were saying that he was bringing up a situation and someone did not like it. So I don't know. But I will agree with Vlad about one thing. People do have to take responsibility for themselves. First of all, you shouldn't assume, even other black people, you should not assume that these people care about you. Okay? And just sitting there and listening to Vlad talking to Math Hoffa, he was talking Tasha K's pockets and her numbers and she has reach and she has all these people watching her on Facebook and she has all these people watching her on YouTube, right? He was talking about running her numbers and how she's reaching the masses. So this is about money for him, right? Because he then went into, I didn't listen to the full interview, but then he went into this whole thing about, people using footage from his videos and his interviews. He's going to charge you $10,000 and you're going to pay him either way because he's going to put a strike on your page. So you're either going to pay the money up front or you're going to pay him when he put the strike on your page, right? To get the strike removed. Because people can put a strike on your page and they also can request that it's removed. So that's what he's saying. He's going to make you pay for that. So everything's about money with this guy. So clearly there's a price tag on these stories that he's telling, on these interviews that he's not pushing the culture of hip-hop forward or whatever nonsense people are trying to say out with that. He's not doing anything for hip-hop. He's simply figured out a way money for himself. And that's all it is. And so I don't even know why people go over there, and that's just how I feel about it. And I don't care who he worked for. I think exploiting certain things just from one community, and I think that's what Tasha K was trying to say, and several other people have already said that as well, is you're exploiting these things only from the black community when you can certainly open conversations up with other groups of people about some of the same things, right? Especially when you're talking drugs, especially when you're talking money laundering, when you're talking sexual assault and some other topics. You certainly can open these conversations up to other groups of people other than black folk. And that's our point in bringing that up. Now, I've never said I thought he worked for, I know people were saying it, and I think that's how I worded it, because other people were saying that they felt like he is possibly working with some organizations, and nobody should feel surprised about that if he is. But like he said, he don't have to have he don't have to be employed by any of these agencies because anybody can watch his video. And I think some of us have brought that up as well. You don't know who's watching these videos, so people shouldn't be over there running their mouth about other people's business or their own business. Anyway, if you know you're on probation, you probably should stay away from certain conversations. That's it, and that's all. Okay, if you know your uncle, your daddy is on probation, you probably need to stay away from certain conversations. You should not allow people to bait you into talking about things that you just shouldn't be out here talking about. That's it, and that's all. And because he don't care about you like that. If you gonna run it up for him, you gonna run up his numbers for him. That's kind of what it is. And he just pretty much said that in that interview. And then everybody wants to sue Tasha K now. You know, I don't know how much money the lady is worth. Like, if these people keep saying they want to sue her, then maybe they know something that we don't know, right? So I don't know, but I don't know if he said he dropped it or not during the interview. I think he was saying she took the video down, so maybe he's not going to pursue this lawsuit any further because she did honor his him calling her and asking her to take it down. So I don't know, but let me know what you guys think about this conversation and this back and forth between them. She says that he's doing it for clickbait, and I can kind of believe it. Just listening to some of the stuff he was saying in that interview, I could believe it. And that's kind of why she's sticking it to him a little bit as well, because she knows. Yeah, what do you guys think about the conversation? I think she needs to be careful because these people, especially the ones who know they can win against her, they're going to be quick to file that paperwork, and she needs to be mindful of that, right? She needs to be very mindful of that. Just like the artists that sit down with him need to be mindful, she needs to be mindful as well of what she's dealing with, and that people will file that paperwork and try to take money from her if they can get away with it. So let me know what y'all think about these conversations in the comments. Do you think, Tasha just need to be careful what she's saying? At the end of the day, even if she's joking, people will bubble it up, as if she's trying to defame them in some type of way. Let me know what you guys think of what he had to say. If you watched the interview over at Matt Hoffa's channel, I did not watch the full interview. I watched a few minutes of it, and I believe he speaks on Tasha K sort of at the beginning of the interview. So within the first 15-20 minutes, you will hear him speaking on Tasha. And I think he talks about her in a different interview as well. So I think that's why she's saying that he's using her for clickbait, because it keeps bringing her up. You're either going to file the lawsuit or you're not. So I kind of see what she's saying, but at the same time, she needs to be careful. She definitely needs to be careful with these people of non-color, okay? They're not going to have that same tolerance level for her that her own people are going to have, and she needs to be mindful of that. And even some black folks, they don't have it either, okay? So she needs to be mindful of that. Some of these folks need money, some of them don't, some of them just don't have the tolerance. And so she has to be mindful of that, because she wasn't the only person to say that. Several people have said that, so he definitely should have been rolling out lawsuits against all of those folks. But maybe, like I said, people know what Tasha K have in the bank, and some of us don't, right? So it could be that part too. Let me know what you guys think about what she had to say over on her Instagram about him, that he's just using her name, right, for clickbait. What do you guys think about that? Let me know. And would Vlad need to use someone for clickbait? Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video.